I want to welcome b.bravo from San Francisco.
So this is kind of how I work usually. I'll usually start with the drums, and I'll use an MPC. I use an MPC 2000 XL, and basically just sampling the drums. This was actually chopped from a record, and then I'll get drum sounds from anywhere. Like friends will give me a CD with a ton of folders full of samples, and I'm still old school. Like a lot of my friends use Logic, and they'll use the Logic sampler, and you can just drop in the files and boom, you're ready to go. But I bring it back into the MPC just because I like the sound of it. It has like a distinct like crunch to the sound.
Floppies though?
Zip,
Oh.
zip disk, which suck.
Yeah.
And they're actually stopped making them now. You can't even buy them anymore, which is not cool. But time to upgrade. So yeah, I'll basically take any sounds I want to use, put it in the MPC, just because I like playing the pads, and I turn quantizing off unless I'm doing like a dance kind of up-tempo electronic kind of song. But if I'm doing like a hip-hop thing, no quantizing, and just pound it in. Sometimes it'll take hours just to make the drum beat, just because for me, if the drums aren't perfect in your song, you don't have a song. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, whether you're a rock band or if you're any kind of music, for me, like your drums have to be there. So I'll spend hours and hours playing the same beat, just trying to get the timing right. So let's pretend we already did that and got this. Yeah, this is just like the Logic electric piano, like a Rhodes sound. Pretty just out of the box. I just kind of threw it on here just to demo. So just kind of loop up some of that, just real quick style. It's basically an emulator of the Mini Moog. So this is like one of the most famous synths. It's about that big, wood, all handmade, like just quality instrument. This is a Model D. Which I actually use this a lot for my bass sounds, in particular, just because it's fat. You can get these for not too expensive, the software version, and a lot of the presets in it are pretty chunky. You know what I mean? Like it sounds pretty good, and so you can tweak a lot of the knobs and.
What's that one called?
This is the Mini Moog.
Mini Moog?
Yeah, Mini Moog. It's made by Arturia, which is a company that they have a line of soft synths that basically emulate the old vintage ones. So like they make this, they make the ARP 2600, which that you heard on the Ohio Players song, the Kool and the Gang song, and a few other ones. Just like the really big ones from back in the day. Just because they're so rare, like this, you'll pay like $4,000 for it. You know what I mean? Like they actually make new ones, the Voyagers, which I wish I had too. But it's like $3,000-4,000. So it's an investment. You know what I mean? But analog synths, they don't lose their value. You know what I mean? They only get more and more rare and more precious. So for me, the Odyssey, I think I paid $1,200 for it, and I got lucky. It was in just amazing condition from like 1976. And so, you know, it's an investment. It's not like buying a car that's going to be worth half the value. Like in 10 years, it's going to be worth double. You know what I mean? So, and just the joy that you get out of it from actually seeing it and feeling it and turning the knobs, and when that warm sound comes out, man, it's nothing like it. And just get something I like. Or the best thing is when you play it, like for me, a lot of this kind of goes too with drums. For me, the sound will make itself. Like if you have the right drums, the beat will make itself. You know what I mean? Like you'll be like, oh my god! Like I hear it like, and it just comes together. It's kind of the same with synths. When you have the right patch, when you find that right tone, the line will just it makes itself almost. You know what I mean? So the best thing for me is just to kind of hear it, like, is almost to like sing the melody that you want to play first, you know what I mean? And then once you know what you want, then I'll just do a million takes so I get it exactly how I want it, you know? So then just kind of lay this on here. Loop that up, and sometimes I'll just play the whole song all the way through, you know, all live, and then just kind of go through after and just comb out the bad stuff and maybe copy and paste a little bit, just to get what I like. And I also like that because if you play the whole track, it's kind of like the Dame Funk technique. Like I don't know if you guys know Dame Funk. He'll like just do the whole thing live all the way through, you know? And so it's cool because you can get a lot of different variations, and like rather when like the same thing was like when I was working with samples, like you can only do a certain amount of loops, you know, for me, like, and then it's just repeating over and over and over. But when you're actually playing it and you have all these different variations and turnarounds and stuff, it just makes it more fun to listen to, more exciting, you know? So we'll do that, and then maybe throw like a lead on top of it. You know, I'll layer some of that on top. You know, then mess around and add whatever you want. You know what I mean?